There were those where someone else was at fault. Those where they've only got themselves to blame. One example that shocked me, and another that made me laugh. The next steps for Radar would be to provide more information on advanced driving for young people to access, as our results have shown that not enough people know what advanced driving involves or how they can get involved. Also, there's a high perception that it's very expensive to become an advanced driver, but you can become one with ROSPA for just under £50. I recommended to ROSPA that they should make an approach to insurers, as my research shows that young people are more likely to get involved with advanced driving if they see benefits such as reduced premiums. When it comes to marketing the advanced course, I believe it would be beneficial to look into the DSA's methods, as 92% of those we questioned had heard of Pass Plus in comparison to only 32% having heard of Radar. As a closing piece for the Future Leaders project, all young advocates were asked to produce a poster, and this is mine. My time at Changemakers has now come to an end and my project has come to a close, and I hope I can say with great success. The organisation was pleased with the result of the project and continued into the next phase of the Future Leaders programme this summer. I left ROSPA with all my findings and recommendations, and these have been taken on by ROSPA's second young advocate, Rowan Bennett. Rowan has chosen to focus on young male drivers. As reflected in my findings, male drivers have been proven to be involved in more accidents than females. These statistics create a stereotype when applying for insurance premiums. Premiums for a male driver are consistently higher than premiums for a female, especially at first-time buyers. When Rowan and I met, he was disgusted at the fact that my premium was less than £500 and he was receiving quotes for nearly £5,000. He's older than me and he's a better, more experienced driver anyway, so how do you work that one out? Rowan wants to create a way of reducing premiums for male drivers, and an idea he had was to develop what he's called a microwave driving workshop. The concept behind microwave driving is that new, young or inexperienced drivers can attend training workshops to develop awareness to make them safer whilst driving. The workshop would be a half-day session which would cover topics such as awareness of risks, how to recognise these at early stages, road signage and what they mean, so highlighting the fact that if you do see a hazard sign on the road, this generally suggests that numerous accidents or fatalities have occurred at this spot and the need to warn people against these hazards. Also speed awareness, fatigue, vehicle checks and many more. Training would be given by a fully qualified ADI and ROSPA trainer to groups of up to 20 people, costing only £20. Rowan is also looking into the possibility of practical driving qualifications, like an MVQ in areas such as van driving. The driver would be assessed on their competence and receive a report and certificate that then could be shown to a prospective employer when applying for jobs that would involve driving. But there is only so much that one young advocate can achieve in 80 hours. So Rowan has left ROSPA his recommendations, which I know they are eager to pursue. Next one, please. Before his time at ROSPA is over, Rowan's looking at organising some meetings with insurers to discuss the prospect of a premium reduction with the recognition of a Radar qualification. So hopefully they'll take the microwave workshop on. I know it was a great success. ROSPA have been lucky to have been involved with Changemakers, the Changemakers Future Leaders programme since the beginning, and have had 2 successful rounds with them. But due to high demand since the good word has spread, Changemakers can now only offer one, what they call a free round, so one funded round with the programme. But ROSPA has decided to keep themselves involved and fund themselves through the 3rd phase, keeping themselves involved with the initiative. So Rowan and myself must have done something right to want to pay for it. Details of our project, along with a copy of my final report, can be found on the ROSPA website at www.rodar.org/young drivers, I believe. So if you want to check them out, please feel free.
A few minutes away. I'd like to start off by saying trust the people and they will respond.